Picture this. You're sitting right across from her at a cozy, dimly lit restaurant. The atmosphere is perfect, the conversation is flowing, and you're both laughing at something you just said. To you, it's just a great first date. But to her, it's an interrogation without a single question being asked. You see, while you're talking about your job or your favourite movies, she has already decided right then and there whether or not you would be amazing in bed. I know, it sounds a little bit crazy, maybe even a bit unfair, but I'm telling you it is the absolute truth. Women are like high-frequency radars. We are constantly picking up on signals, tiny little clues in the way you move your shoulders, the way you navigate a crowded room, and even how you eat your damn pasta. All of these things are telling us exactly what kind of lover you're going to be before we ever see you without your clothes on. Most men have no idea these signals even exist, let alone that they are being broadcasted. In this special deep dive, I am going to reveal the secret signs women look for that scream. This man is going to be unforgettable, and the subtle blunders that make us think, yeah, this is probably going to be a disappointment. The best part is that none of these signals have anything to do with sex itself. They are things you're doing right now, every single day, and they are either building your attraction or quietly killing it. There is one fundamental truth that most men simply don't understand, and it's this: women are always evaluating. It's not done in a judgmental or mean-spirited way. It is quite literally how we are wired. It's a survival instinct and a compatibility check all rolled into one. We notice every detail. We see the way you hold your fork. We watch your face when the waiter gets your order wrong, and we can feel whether you're actually listening to our story or just waiting for your turn to speak. All of these observations lead back to one golden rule. How you do anything is how you do everything. If you are rushed, distracted, and sloppy in your everyday life, we automatically assume you'll be rushed, distracted, and sloppy in the bedroom. But if you are present, if you are attentive, and if you move with a certain quiet confidence, we are already miles ahead, imagining exactly how that translates into passion behind closed doors. Let me break down exactly what we are looking for, starting with sign number 1, how you move your body. This is massive, and I cannot stress enough how often men overlook it. Women are visual creatures in a very specific way. We watch the flow of your movement. Are you comfortable in your own skin? Or do you look like you're wearing a suit that's 3 sizes too small? Do you move with intention and grace? Or are you stiff, awkward, and apologetic for taking up space? A man who moves confidently, who takes up his rightful space without being aggressive, signals that he is going to be comfortable and confident physically. Think about dancing. You don't need to be a professional on Dancing with the Stars, but if you can feel a rhythm and let your body respond to it without looking like a malfunctioning robot, women will notice instantly. We call dancing vertical foreplay for a reason. It shows coordination, it shows confidence, and most importantly, it shows the ability to let go of your ego and just be in the moment. If you're the guy standing against the wall with his arms crossed, refusing to budge because you're afraid of looking silly, we aren't imagining a wild, adventurous night with you. We're imagining someone who is too inhibited to be truly intimate. Sign number 2 is something you might find trivial, but I promise you, it's telling. It's the way you eat. I am dead serious. The way a man approaches his meal tells us a story about how he approaches pleasure. Does he actually enjoy his food? Does he take a moment to savor the aroma, to appreciate the texture, and to really taste what's on his plate? Or does he just shovel it down like he's in a competitive eating contest, or has a bus to catch in 5 minutes? A man who eats slowly, who maybe even closes his eyes for a second when he hits a particularly delicious bite, is a man who understands pleasure. He isn't just trying to get to the finish line, he's enjoying the entire journey. And that, my friend, is exactly what we want in a lover. If you eat like you're trying to set a world speed record, we're going to assume that's how you approach everything physical fast, functional, and ultimately forgettable. So, the next time you're on a date, slow down, savor the experience, because we are watching and we're taking notes. Then we have sign number 3, which might be the biggest psychological indicator of them all. How you listen. When she is talking to you, are you actually there? Are you curious about the details of her life? Do you ask follow-up questions that show you're processing what she's saying? Or are you just staring at her, waiting for a gap in the conversation so you can talk about yourself again? If you're checking your phone under the table, or letting your eyes wander around the room every time a new person walks in, you are sending a loud and clear message. Good lovers are present. They are tuned in to the person in front of them. They are paying attention to reactions, to subtle shifts in mood, and to what is working in the moment. If you can't manage to pay attention during a simple conversation over dinner, why on earth would we think you would pay attention to our bodies? Great sex requires reading signals in real time, and if you're checked out at the table, you'll be checked out in the bed. Let's move on to sign number 4, the way you touch non-sexually. This is a secret evaluation that women perform constantly. We are looking at how you use your hands when there isn't a sexual goal in mind. For example, when you guide her through a crowded doorway with your hand gently placed on the small of her back, which, by the way, is incredibly sexy. Is that touch confident and reassuring, or is it hesitant and awkward? When you hand her a glass of wine, do your fingers brush hers with intention when you hug her hello or goodbye? Do you actually hold the embrace for a meaningful moment? Or do you do that weird, distant A-frame pat on the back? Non-sexual touch is the blueprint for sexual touch. Confident, warm, and intentional contact says, this man knows exactly what he's doing. Stiff, nervous, or clumsy touch says, this is going to be an uncomfortable experience. Sign number 5 is your ability to notice details. This is where the observant man wins every single time. Did she do something different with her hair? Are those new earrings? Does she seem a little more tired than usual, or perhaps extra energized? When a man notices small, subtle details, it signals to a woman that he is attentive and tuned into her specific frequency. Attentive men make incredible lovers because great sex isn't about memorizing a list of techniques from a book. It's about paying attention to her. It's about noticing when her breath catches, when she responds to a certain touch, or when something is making her lose herself in the moment. If you don't notice that she got a haircut, or that she's wearing her favourite colour, we aren't confident that you'll notice what's actually working when the lights go out. Sign number 6 is a true test of character. How you handle the unexpected. Let's say the restaurant loses your reservation, or your car gets a flat tyre, or it starts pouring rain and you don't have an umbrella. How do you react in that moment? Do you get frustrated, flustered, and stressed out? Do you start complaining and ruin the mood? Or do you stay calm, adapt, and maybe even find a way to laugh about it? A man who can stay present and relaxed when things don't go according to plan signals something extremely important to a woman. He won't be thrown off when things get intimate, because let's be real, sex can be unpredictable. Bodies make weird noises, someone might bump their head, or things might just get a little bit awkward. A man who can roll with the punches, keep his cool, and stay in the moment is the exact kind of energy we want. Sign number 7 is generosity. And no, I'm not talking about the size of your bank account. I'm talking about a generosity of spirit. Does he make sure she is comfortable? Does he offer her the better seat with the view? Does he treat the service staff with genuine respect and tip well? Generous men are almost always generous lovers. Period. Selfish men, men who are constantly focused on their own comfort, their own hunger, and their own needs are almost inevitably selfish in bed. We are watching how you treat the world because it is the most accurate preview of how you're going to treat us when nobody else is watching. Now, while these signals are incredibly powerful, we have to talk about what happens when the bedroom door actually opens. Sending the right signals is step 1. It's what gets her excited to be with you. But once that moment arrives, you have to be able to deliver on the promise. That's why I always recommend being proactive about your sexual education. Whether it's through reputable platforms like Beducated or just taking the time to truly understand female anatomy and pleasure. Knowledge is power. When a woman sees that you've actually put in the effort to understand her body, it takes the attraction to a whole new level. Moving on to sign number 8, confidence without arrogance. There is a very specific frequency of energy that signals a man is good in bed, and it's a quiet self-assurance. It's not that try-hard cockiness where a guy feels the need to brag about his exploits or act like a tough guy. True confidence is relaxed. It's a man who is comfortable with himself, who doesn't feel the need to prove anything, and who can hold eye contact with a warm smile without it feeling intense or creepy. Arrogance says, I think I'm amazing, and you're lucky to be here. Confidence says, I know who I am, I'm really enjoying you, and I'm excited to see where this goes. That quiet confidence is like a magnet. and it signals a man who will be just as comfortable and grounded in intimate situations. Sign number 9 is the first kiss. Okay, this one is physical, but it's still not sex. The first kiss is the ultimate litmus test. It tells us almost everything we need to know about what's coming next. Is it rushed and aggressive? Is it sloppy and all-tongue with no finesse? Or is it slow, intentional, and building in intensity? A man who kisses well, who starts with a soft touch, responds to how she is kissing back, and knows how to build anticipation, is telling us, I know how to read you. I know how to take my time. I know how to lead. The kiss is the preview of the movie, and if the preview is a disaster, most women aren't going to stick around for the feature film. Finally, sign number 10, whether you ask questions. And I don't just mean asking what she does for a living. I mean a deep, genuine curiosity about her as a person. Do you want to know what she likes, what she thinks, and what she dreams about? Curious men are incredible in bed because they don't walk in assuming they already have the playbook figured out. They ask. They check in. They want to learn what specifically works for this woman. Asking a question like, do you like this? Or, what do you want right now, with genuine interest is sexier than any move you could ever learn. Now, let's flip the script for a second. If you're listening to this and realizing you've been doing the opposite, if you've been rushed, distracted, or a bit selfish in your interactions, don't panic. Most men are sending the wrong signals without even realizing it. You might be a literal rock star in bed. But if your everyday behavior suggests you're a distracted or clumsy person, you're never going to get the chance to prove how great you are. So, here is your roadmap to fixing those signals. First, slow down everything. Slow down your speech, slow down your walk, and definitely slow down your eating. Rushed energy signals, anxiety, and a lack of control. Slow, intentional energy signals power and presence. Second, be radically present. Put your phone away and give her your undivided attention. Presence is the rarest and sexiest quality a man can have today. Third, get comfortable in your own body, whether that means hitting the gym, taking a dance class, or practicing yoga. Do whatever it takes to feel connected to your physical self. Fourth, practice intentional, non-sexual touch. Don't be afraid to reach out and touch her arm or her back in a way that is supportive and confident. Fifth, be curious. Notice the small things and ask about them. And sixth, be generous in your daily life. Treat people well and show her that you are a man who cares about the experience of others. The bottom line is that she is already watching. From the moment you say hello, she's piecing together a map of who you are, how you move, how you eat, how you listen, and how you exist in the world are the signals that will either open doors for you or close them forever. So, start being present. Start being intentional. Start being the kind of man whose everyday actions scream, I am going to be the best experience of your life. I've put together even more resources to help you with this, including my Attraction Triggers cheat sheet, because I want you to have every advantage possible. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Start sending those right signals because I promise you, she's paying attention.